The great news is at the end of the day, it's cake and ice cream, and people are probably going to like it anyway. So I'm Lindsay Sipress. I'm the executive pastry chef here at Juniper Ivy in Little Italy, San Diego. I became a chef after working in business for a few years. I studied marketing, and I have my master's degree in business. I worked in vendor management and strategic sourcing. At the end of my business career, I was working for a bank, and it's important work, but it just wasn't for me. It was a lot of just on the computer, not a lot of face-to-face interaction with people, a lot of reading contracts, which can be very dry. There was not that wow finishing, something you could see at the end, like a result of all your hard work. I felt like my passion was something more artistic, something more hands-on, something where I could see my creation come to life. So I went to culinary school, originally for savory. After school, after I graduated and began working in the industry, I found that my niche was more in pastry. I mean, people always get excited for dessert, and I feel like you can do a lot with that in terms of making a whimsical plate, using ingredients in a fun way, using things that bring back memories for people. I would cook with my grandma. She was a huge influence. We would make pancakes in the morning, and Thanksgiving together. I was her little sous chef, and she had a step stool for me so I could reach the counter. And I thought everything she made was delicious and wonderful and could never be matched. And as I got older, I realized that she used ragu from the can, and a lot of 1950s semi-homemade ready-to-use ingredients. But at the time, I thought that was it, and that was the best, and it still is in my memory. But yeah, I think my family, my grandma and my parents have instilled a lot of confidence in me that your parents think you can do anything and they believe in you, and I never questioned that. So I thought, yeah, okay. I mean, nothing seemed out of reach for me. I could pursue whatever I was passionate about. Yes and no. There is a lot of pressure. It's mostly self-implied pressure because I'm always trying to push myself. I know that I could always do a better job. I could always tweak my technique, and I guess that's part of learning and growing, and maybe a little bit of how other artists feel as well, as nothing's ever quite good enough. Nothing, everything could always be better and improved upon. The great news is at the end of the day, it's cake and ice cream, and people are probably going to like it anyway. So a big focus here is our relationship with local farmers, local fisher people, local product in general, I guess. But it's something that I've become really passionate about, because you can see the quality when you're getting a strawberry that comes straight from the farm, and you've been there and you know the person that's picked it. I feel like it's a good way to invest in the community and be part of the community and transform something that's produced locally and give it back to the community in a beautiful way. Today I am making a polenta cake. It's made with purple corn that's locally grown. We're also testing another version with a different local stone ground polenta, but the one I'm making today is with the purple corn, and it's strawberry focused. So we're going to use strawberry ice cream that we made a few days ago with organic strawberries from JR Organics Farm. We have macerated strawberries. There is some rosewater candied almonds, and I love the dish. I feel like it's a good representation of Juniper and Ivy because the focus is really on produce and letting the produce shine. We have some more simple rustic elements, and then also playful element on top, which is the strawberry ice cream that we dip in strawberry chocolate and then kind of decorate it to make it look like a strawberry. So kind of a balance of like fun and whimsy, but being serious and true to the ingredients that we're able to get here in San Diego. I feel like there's always like a nostalgic component maybe, and I always try to think aside from using what is fresh, what is in-house, being super conscious not to waste anything. I feel like dessert is meant to be fun and not too serious, so I have to remind myself that a lot, like make something that makes someone smile. The kitchen to me is a creative studio and also a place of focus and being very detail oriented. So to me, the kitchen is both a creative studio and also a place of intense focus. As a woman, what does it mean to be a chef? I think that it just means I'm a chef. I don't like to necessarily add gender to a role that shouldn't matter what gender you are. He's a chef, she's a chef, I'm a chef, we're all chefs. I don't think that gender should play a role in that. Oh, I've seen things online where people say like female chef, and I just get so burnt up inside because I'm a female chef, but I'm a chef. Yeah, it takes away from how far we've come to be equals and to be respected. This industry is known for lacking a work-life balance. Fair wages are a huge issue. Livable wages in general are a huge issue. I have a story of when, it was a few years back before I got this position. I interviewed for a job, I did a stage, there was 2 interviews involved. Everything went really well. It was a hot new restaurant in town. And I came back for the final interview and was offered a position, but the pay rate was extremely low. Not a livable wage, not something sustainable, but because this place was the hot new restaurant, they explained to me that the management was very interested in getting their return on investment as quickly as possible. So their solution to the rate that they offered me was they would be flexible enough with my schedule so that I could go get a second job elsewhere. That, I mean, as a woman especially, but really for anyone, it's not healthy. It's not a life that I would choose for myself or anyone. I'm really passionate about this career, but you need to have a life, you need to have rest in order to be ready to come back and do it again the next day and really be able to give your all. I think it's the culinary industry's job to step up and continue to make changes, such as offering livable wages, offering fair benefits, fair pay, promoting a work-life balance, and that in itself will draw more quality workers and quality talent into our career field, and it also, in return, it makes a better employee as well. The industry is starting to come a long way in recognizing what they need to change. I know voices have been really loud over the past couple years, and a lot of good things have come about from people speaking up and kind of demanding that respect. But yeah, I think we still have a long way to go. And in general, something that I think is really important for anyone, just despite their gender, is when you're able to feel comfortable and confident in yourself to bring your truest self into your workplace and into your work and create in a place that's safe and supports you and supports your work. I think everyone shines better that way. My advice for future women chefs is to learn professionalism, practice professionalism, and demand it from others. Act in a way that you want other people to treat you and don't settle for anything less.